So what I have for you today is a Surface Pro 3 which the touch is not working. So let's turn it on DFU mode so we can then test and see the issue exactly. So this DFU mode basically consists of entering a sort of MS-DOS, which is the setup of the device. And this will allow us to test the touch without going into the desktop that is locked by password, so it's easier to see it here. To enter this mode, what we need to do is press volume up and the power button until we have this surface symbol. Once we have that, we will then enter the setup mode. As you can see, with this setup mode enabled, we can check that the mouse is not hovering on our finger. It stays on the top left corner and also appears next to our finger when we pull it up and down. And as you can see, only half of the screen is working as well, so this definitely needs to be changed. So let's do that right now. In order to remove this screen, we will need to heat it up with our heat gun. To do that, we will put it at around 200 degrees, and once the screen is hot to the touch, it should be fine to remove. The adhesive will be softened, and we can use our pick to lift the screen. Beware that this specific model is very hard to remove, because even on iFixit, on the guide that they have, they broke the screen. So it is a risk that we will incur when we try to remove the glue from this device. As you can see, I just broke the screen. This was apparently inevitable. So at this point, just use protection gloves and use also glasses for protection, because the shards may jump over to your eyes and injure you. So let's keep on going and remove the full screen. With the screen removed, let's just unplug the battery from the board so we don't do any shorts while we'll be touching on the other stuff. So I've ordered the screen from China. I made sure that this screen was the exact same model as the one we removed, so we have full compatibility. So this is the number you need to look for, and it's exactly the same as the previous one. It took 10 days to arrive, so now we just need to connect it and see if everything will be working on this screen. So we will now be using the same button combination, volume up and the on and off, so we can then test the screen and see if the touch is working or if it's a failure from the board. As you can see, the mouse behaves completely different. It goes around following my finger, and in this case we can then replace the screen. Let's just do a quick test on the desktop to see if it's working fine as well. Everything seems to be working fine, so I don't have this password, I don't need it anyway, so let's just turn it off and glue the screen in place. So let's then remove the screen from the body and disconnect the two connectors. One is for the touch, the other is for the digitizer. So we will just unplug them from the board, and then we'll put some glue around the frame to glue the screen in place. With all the glue ready to go, we will just connect the connectors back in place. like so. And we tightened the screw that holds the connector for the battery. We just need to make sure that this screen is working fine before we glue it. So let's test it once again and see if it's working. So we need to be very careful because it's suspended on our fingers and it is connected to the device. So we need to make sure not to break anything on this final moment. So it is working. Let's just turn it off and make sure to align the screen properly with the body of this tablet, and then we glue it in place just like so. Make sure to press a bit. So here, with the screen already glued, we can see that everything is working, so we saved another device from e-waste. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like and subscribe the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.